Yay! A tag completely centered around something I do not like. What is my life? Let's just begin. Number 1. Black. Name a series that is tough to get into but has hardcore fans. The first thing that's coming to me is Game of Thrones, because if you're even going to attempt this monstrous beast, you've got to be seriously committed. And man, that fan base is serious. Number 2. Peppermint Mocha. Name a series that gets more popular during the winter season. I'm going to have to go with Harry Potter because of Harry Christmas to You, which is where you read all the books and watch all of the movies during the winter season. And I just feel like people talk more about Harry Potter around the snowy months. So definitely Harry Potter for this one. And this is the beautiful illustrated edition, by the way. Hot chocolate. What is your favorite children's book? How dare you subtly indicate that hot chocolate is for children? I would exist solely on hot chocolate if I could. But to be honest, I did not read as a child, so I do not have a favorite book. Unless you want to count the I Spy books. I was all into those. Double shot of espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. And I know I feel like this is such a cliche answer, but it's just the perfect answer to this prompt. I was seriously on the edge of my seat the whole time I read this, and the series just holds a special place in my heart, and I know why everyone loves it so much. This is the box set, by the way, and I think I only got this for like 10 bucks new, which is pretty insane. Starbucks. Name a book that you see everywhere. I have never read this book. I don't own it. I have no plans on reading it, but it follows me everywhere. And that is The Fault in Our Stars. This book is seriously stalking me. That Hipster Coffee Shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. This book is actually up above my dresser right now, and like I said in my last video, they're kind of hard to get to, so I'm just going to insert a picture here. But one of my favorite books from an indie author is Song of Simon by Craig Sanders. Oh, I absolutely love this book, and I love Craig. I kind of know him personally, at least through the internet, and he's a great guy, and his writing is so awesome, especially in this book. Again, one of my most favorite indie books ever, and I highly suggest that you read it. Oops, I accidentally got Decaf. Name a book that you were expecting more from. I have to go with Six of Crows for this one. I just didn't enjoy this book as much as everyone else did. The first 200 pages were very miserable to read, but then the second half was amazing, so I was definitely expecting more from this, especially the hype that is surrounding the series. But I will admit I loved Crooked Kingdom, but this book was disappointing to me. The Perfect Blend. Name a book or series that was bitter and sweet but ultimately satisfying. Princess of Thorns by Stacey J. I actually read this recently and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I gave it like a 3.5 stars, and it was bitter and it was sweet, and the ending was actually so satisfying. I love it when books wrap up every little thing, and this book did that perfectly. You know when you give a book a kind of a low rating and you start to question it? I could honestly reread this book again. This book is kind of a guilty pleasure because the rating for this isn't actually that great, but I could reread it. So, yeah. Green Tea. Name a book or series that is quietly beautiful. The very first book that comes to mind is Bird Box by Josh Malerman. This is a horror story unlike any I have ever read. The meaning behind the plot is absolutely mind-blowing and beautiful at the same time. I absolutely love this book. Oh my gosh. When I read it, I gave it 4 stars, and I really need to up that to 5. Because after I sat down and really thought about it, thought about the characters, the plot, how the horror came in and just gripped me like you wouldn't believe, I really should up it to 5 because I want to reread this so bad. Ugh, I love this book. I'm trying so hard to get my brother to read this. You have no idea how hard I've been shoving this in his face. You better read it, Steven. You better. Chai Tea. Name a book or series that makes you dream of faraway places. There are two series that I'm very conflicted on choosing for this one. It would either be Percy Jackson, which is so good, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. That one definitely makes me dream of faraway places because it takes place in a different country. And the Percy Jackson series jumps all over the place, all over the world, from Rome to Los Angeles to Chicago to all kinds of different places. So those would definitely be my answers. I'm pointing up here because this is where they are, out of frame, of course. So yes, that was the coffee book tag. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me down below in the comments what would be some of your answers. I would love to know. I would love to talk to you guys. So yeah, until we meet again, happy reading.